How's it going, retro people? My name is Brad, this is Retro Style Spotlight, and this is your news, notes, history, and retro games to play for the week of October 4th, 2016. Last week's tutorial was all about emulating the Apple II and 2GS through MESS. MESS is a bit convoluted, so the video tutorial, I think, is that much more helpful. If you've been wanting to get into playing Apple II games, then check out the tutorial link below. And remember, if you are confused about the tutorial because, again, it is a little confusing in and of itself, then don't hesitate to leave your comment in the comment section below on that video. Brick-breaking games are simple fun, and what better than to take them on the go with your trusty Game Boy? Well, Jonas Fischbach, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, developer of Retroid, wanted to have some fun with experimentation and has created a completely brand new brick-breaking game for the Game Boy. Similar to Breakout and Arkanoid, this can stand up there with the likes of Alleyway and Kirby's Block Ball for the Game Boy. The game has 20 levels, several power-ups, and a boss fight similar in vein to Arkanoid. While all of the ideas take inspiration from other games, the game has been entirely written from scratch for the original Game Boy and can be played on an original Game Boy. If you have a flash card, you can load this ROM onto your SD card and play away. Most of us will probably emulate this though, and that is perfectly fine. The game is brick-breaking with retro goodness, and it is a lot of fun. If you're interested, the ROM is available for free from the author's website in the link below. I've covered a lot of Raspberry Pi builds on this channel before, and I have found another unique build. What if I were to tell you that you can have the entire catalog of Nintendo games and every other retro console available and playable from within a single NES cart? Called Pi Cart, this takes a stock NES cart, a Raspberry Pi Zero, and an optional USB hub and mashes them together for something truly interesting to see. I knew the Pi Zero was small, but I never thought to put it inside an NES cart. You could buy the Pi Zero for an insanely low price of $5 and use a USB controller that you have on hand to play the games, but why not buy an NES cart to shove that inside of? It's simple, it fits the retro theme, and it's extremely portable. When I say the name of Sonic, do you think of generally bad 3D Sonic games and pretty awesome 2D games? Now, what if I said that the best 3D Sonic game may have been created by fans? Green Hill Paradise Act 2 is one such game. A fan that goes by the name of, I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that, it's just XAKLSE, has created a 3D Sonic game development kit and is utilizing it to make a game of their own. Arguably a tech demo at this point in time, it shows off what is a very promising foundation for a 3D type of Sonic game that melds together Sonic themes and motifs that everyone adores in a 3D space. The game has a sort of non-linear air about it that really shows off multi-route Sonicing that was present in the 2D games and lost in the transition to a linear narrative. The demo is available for download, which is in the trailer's description on YouTube. The link to the trailer is in our description, the game download is in their description. Download the demo and check it out. If 3D Sonic fan games are gonna look like this, then I am all for playing around with Sonic in 3D. This month in 1993, Secret of Mana was released in Japan as Seiken Densetsu 2. Secret of Mana is a 1993 action RPG developed and published by Square for the SNES. It is the sequel to the 1991 game Seiken Densetsu, released in North America as Final Fantasy Adventure and in Europe as Mystic Quest, and it was the first Seiken Densetsu title to be marketed as a part of the Mana series rather than the Final Fantasy series. Set in a high fantasy universe, the game follows three heroes as they attempt to prevent an empire from conquering the world with the power of an ancient flying fortress. Rather than using a turn-based battle system like contemporaneous role-playing games, Secret of Mana features real-time battles. The game has a unique ring command menu system, which pauses the action and allows the player to make decisions in the middle of battle. An innovative cooperative multiplayer system allows a second or third player to drop in and out of the game at any time. Secret of Mana was directed and designed by Koichi Ishii, programmed primarily by Nasir Gabelli, and produced by veteran Square designer Hiromichi Tanaka. Like many other role-playing games of the 16-bit era, Secret of Mana displays a top-down perspective in which the player characters navigate the terrain and fight off hostile creatures. The game features three such characters, the hero, the girl, and the sprite, named Randy, Prim, and Papoy. outside of the initial North American release. The player can choose to control each of the characters at any time. Whichever character is currently selected, the 2 other companions are controlled via artificial intelligence. The game may be played simultaneously by up to 3 players, made possible by the Super Multi-Tap accessory for the SNES console. The Virtual Console version of the game supports 3-player gameplay via additional GameCube controllers or classic controllers. The game received considerable acclaim for its brightly colored graphics, expansive plot, ring command and menu system, and innovative real-time battle system. Critics also praised the soundtrack by Hiroki Kikuta and the customizable AI settings for computer-controlled allies. The original version was re-released for the Wii's Virtual Console in 2008. The game was also ported to mobile phones in Japan in 2009. An enhanced port of the game was released for iOS in 2010 and Android in 2014.
Peaceful land, paradise is threatened by an unspeakable evil, and only one person has found the power to restore perfect order. In a new action-adventure game for your Super NES comes an exciting tale, The Secret of Mana, from Square, maker of the world's greatest video games.
So that was Retro Style Spotlight for the week of October 4th, 2016. All of the relevant links to everything you heard in this edition of RSS will be in the description below. Remember, you can sign up for a LaunchBox forum account to talk with us over there. If LaunchBox has given you a beautiful library of games, then why not purchase a premium license of LaunchBox for $20 to access Big Box, which is a controller and couch-oriented version of LaunchBox. If you have a few favorite games that are lacking in metadata or media, head on over to the games page on the database and make your desired edits or add the game yourself. Jason, Kirsten, and I have a lot planned for our community, so if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, we're doing a tutorial video every Friday, live developer sessions, LaunchBox news, Q&As, and a ton more content in the future. Let us know what you think of RSS and any feedback you may have on it. My name is Brad, the link to my channel is below, and remember, Freaks and Geek, to play more games, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day!